Well, at this point, you might as well say the CEO is making moves, but not the right moves, and she needs to go. So Cracker Barrel is facing, well, still facing massive problems as the backlash continues to get worse after the disgusting, desperate moves that has customers furious and longtime supporters questioning the leadership, saying that she has to go. So Cracker Barrel is still in the headlines once again over former customers calling for a major leadership change that's causing serious problems inside the company itself. Now, as reported a couple of days ago, the Cracker Barrel CEO, well, co-founder, is openly calling out the new CEO after weeks of bad press, failed decisions, and frustrated customers. In the middle of the growing backlash, Cracker Barrel's name is back in the news as debates over the politics and branding clash with the company's traditional image. And now, longtime supporters are, saying that the Cracker Barrel CEO and leadership should step down because they don't understand the values that built the brand in the first place. All right. So, yeah, as you all know, the fight actually started when Cracker Barrel actually rolled out the redesign that nobody asked for. Matter of fact, it started long before that. Okay, it started long before with the food changing because of the whole cutting corners and costs and stuff. And then, that's when it started going downhill. And then more people started finding about the CEO, how woke she is. And then came the logo change. Now, as you all know, they stripped away the charm, removed Uncle Herschel, and ended up with a flat, boring design that looked more like a hipster cafe than a southern restaurant. Now, within days, the backlash exploded. Customers hated it, investors hated it. Even the stock dropped by nearly $100 million before rebounding slightly after the company panicked and reversed the decision. Now, the co-founder says that this is exactly what happens when leadership doesn't understand what the brand actually stands for. Now, the co-founder, Mr. Lowe, didn't stop there. You see, he took direct shots at the CEO who came from Taco Bell. His main point, what does Taco Bell know about country food? Let's be real, he's not wrong. Cracker Barrel it was built on a specific identity, Southern comfort food, family style dining, and old school atmosphere. Hiring someone from a fast food chain built on cheap tacos and gimmicks actually sends the wrong message about where the company is headed. You see, the leadership was warned in simple terms: keep it country or lose it all. That's the heart of the problem. You see, Cracker Barrel isn't just another restaurant, it's a cultural staple for its customer base. Now, the minute you drift away from that core identity, you alienate the people who actually kept you in business for decades. Now, the co-founder sees a leadership team that's more interested in chasing the trends and stuff of today than protecting the soul of the brand itself. Now, this mess comes after years of the company already poking its own customer base. Now, Cracker Barrel has been making headlines for reasons that have nothing to do with food. Back in the 2000s, the company started chasing activist approval and corporate, quote, progressive points. Now, they promoted rainbow-colored rocking chairs during Pride Month, thinking it would actually broaden their audience, but instead, it actually triggered boycotts and massive backlash, especially in the conservative southern markets where Cracker Barrel actually thrives. And not only there, though, but if you were to go online, you'll see people who are a part of the Google community, wink, wink, that they're against these changes as well. They hated the logo change too, and it's like they're not even for that. They loved going to Cracker Barrel for the southern comfort food, okay? And it's like that's the crazy part. The very people who they're trying to market to either hate it or they're simply, well, just ignoring it. Now, the fallout hit hard. Cracker Barrel quietly scrubbed its DEI page and removed pride-focused marketing from its website without a press release or even apology. Now, they just wanted the backlash to quickly go away, but the co-founders' comments make it clear that the damage is not fixed. You see, customers don't trust the leadership anymore, and when you have to delete your entire DEI strategy in silence just to calm people down, well, you've already lost control of your narrative. Now, the co-founder had also hammered the new leadership for forgetting why people even walk into Cracker Barrel in the first place. The draw isn't, the good. The draw isn't, the actual identity itself, but it's like the fact of the matter is that not only did they forget, but it seems to me that they actually didn't know. Now, it's not just the food, it's the identity, the nostalgia, the comfort. You see, people actually expect a certain look and feel when they eat there. And it's like changing the recipe for Coca-Cola, just simply pretending that, nobody would care. You see, these things matter, especially when your entire brand is built around tradition as well as consistency. Now, the Taco Bell connection makes things even worse. The co-founder said straight up that Messino doesn't understand Cracker Barrel's culture, and the decisions actually prove it. The logo fiasco, the DEI missteps, and the marketing blunders all point to a leadership team trying to go ahead and turn a country restaurant into something that it's not. And every time they push in that direction, customers push back even harder. I mean, even our president chimed in after during the backlash, praising Cracker Barrel for restoring the classic logo, but telling the company to make your customers happy again. I mean, that should have been a wake up call right there, and simply means don't stop with the logo change. Now, when the president has to remind you to stick to your strengths, well, something's gone wrong at the very top. Now, the worst part, the market actually noticed. See, the logo redesign alone cost Cracker Barrel nearly $110 million in lost market value in a matter of days. And that kind of volatility is brutal, especially when the company's stock has already been underperforming. Now, the investors don't want a chain chasing trends. They want a chain protecting its brand and delivering predictable value. Now, the co-founders' criticism has also connected to a larger problem across, corporate America. You see, companies keep abandoning their identities to chase some imaginary modern audience that doesn't exist for them. Movies do it, video games do it, and now Cracker Barrel's trying the same failed playbook. But the customers don't want the reinvention. You see, they simply want consistency. They want the version of the brand they sell and they fell in love with, not some watered down copy designed by consultants who actually don't understand the culture itself. Now, the irony here is that Cracker Barrel already had one of the strongest identities in the restaurant industry. You see, the people don't walk into a location expecting a fusion menu or trendy marketing. They just want biscuits, gravy, rocking chairs, and a plate of country food. That particular formula has worked since 1969, and messing with it is not innovation, it's simply sabotage. Now, Mr. Lowe's interview actually resonates because he represents the people who built the company, not just the shareholders, but he also represents the community. His entire message boils down to one point: listen to your base or lose them. Cracker Barrel thrived for decades because, simply put, it understood its customers better than anyone else. The leadership right now is forgetting that, and they need to go. And the backlash shows that the customers won't stick around if the brand loses its roots. Now, simply put, the comparison to Bud Light and Target aren't even accidental either. Both companies also alienated their core audiences with bad marketing and got crushed by boycotts. You see, Cracker Barrel is just simply heading down the same path that if it doesn't stop chasing approval from groups that don't even eat there. I mean, you can't win new customers by driving away the old ones who already love you. Now, the lesson here is not complicated at all. Make the food, make it better, keep the country identity, and stop forcing politics into the dining room. That's what the co-founder is begging the leadership to understand. Cracker Barrel became a staple by staying true to itself and not by reinventing itself to fit someone else's vision. Now, if they lose sight of that, they'll lose everything that made them unique before. Now, simply put, Cracker Barrel's co-founder has drawn a line in the sand. Customers are watching, investors are watching, and if the leadership doesn't course correct fast, well, the damage will be permanent. Now, Mr. Lowe's warning is simple and clear: keep it country or lose it all. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, share the video far wide across social media, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for future uploads, notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, peace.